So first of all, I'll make the list of topic which I'm going to cover under this subject. So first of all, it will come introduction. After this, we'll go for features of 8085. Then I'll go for architecture of 8085, and after this we'll go for timing diagram. Then after this we'll go for memory interfacing. Then we'll teach you I/O interfacing. After this we'll discuss about that instruction set. Then after this we'll go for programming part. Then at the end we'll discuss about that gate questions. So from the introduction part they are not asking any question. So just we need to understand what is the need of microprocessor, why we are studying about all these things, and then that moreover that concentration will come to 8085. So we'll discuss about that features of 8085. Then we'll go for the architecture of 8085. So this architecture of 8085 will give the feeling how the data will be flowing inside the processor whenever it is coming from that input output port, or even whenever it is coming from the memory part. So after this I'll discuss about the timing diagram. So this timing diagram is giving about that how we can draw the timing diagram for any instruction, and how it is giving the feeling about that how the data flow will take place with the clock. And after this we'll go for the memory interfacing. So from the memory interfacing they are asking one question to two questions sometimes, and then I'll go for the I/O interfacing. Here it will ask about it one question. For the instruction set they might be asking about that one question. From the programming part they might be asking one or two questions, and at the end I will discuss about the gate questions. So here in the memory interfacing in 8085 we are not having any internal memory or any internal their input output port. So we need to exchange the data from the memory externally, and that is the reason we will understand how to make hardware connection, and once the hardware connection is established then how to find out their address range for the memory chip with whatever we are interfacing over there. After this, in this I/O interfacing we will learn about that how to interface input output chip with the 8085, and how the data flow will take place with that peripherals. So that things we will learn under this topic. After this we'll go for the instruction set. So we are having here almost 74 opcode and 246 instructions. So we will learn about the operation of each and every individual instructions, and how to find out their number of bytes, and then number of machine cycle, then number of T state, what is their operation. So these are the things we will learn in this instruction set, and they are asking about that one question from this portion most of the time. And after this we will go for this programming part. So we will learn about that what the instructions we had learned in this instruction set, how to use this in the programming part, and if any program is given then how to find out their output for that corresponding program. And again apart from that we will find out that what will be the content of the different instruction after execution of different register after execution of some instructions, and at the end I'll discuss about the gate questions. So here this first four topic will be very much useful for the IAS exam, and to better understand about the remaining portion we must have to know about this all the four topic. So that will be giving better understanding about this remaining portions over here, and this four topic is very much useful with respect to IAS exam point of view. So now first of all I discuss about that microprocessor, why it is called microprocessor, what is the meaning of this microprocessor. So here this can be written in this form: micro plus processor. So whenever this processor was invented, then that time processor was working with the micro of the timing, or it was working with the megahertz of the frequency. So megahertz of the frequency means, as we know that T is equal to 1 by f. So if frequency is in terms of megahertz, then this time will come in terms of microsecond. So any operation can be completed in microsecond by this processor. So that is the reason it was called microprocessor. Now the first microprocessor invented was 4004. The first microprocessor was invented by the Intel Corporation, which is named as 4004. This is called here 4-bit microprocessor. And after this, it has invented about that 8008, then 8080, then 8085. So this all is called 8-bit processor. And after this, it has invented 8086, 186, 286. So this all is called as a 16-bit microprocessor. And after this we have 80386, then 80486, then we have Pentium series as like 1, Pentium 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this all belongs to 32-bit processor. So here any kind of processor is generally it is called by their number of bits. So if it is having 4-bit microprocessor, means it is indicating that it is having 4 bit of data line. So in any time it can access with the 4 bit of data only. Here 8-bit processor means in any time it can access only 8 bit of data. Either it can read 8 bit of data, or it can write 8 bit of data, or it can process with 8 bit of data only. So it is called as a 8-bit processor. Similarly, this is 16-bit, this is 32-bit. So nowadays we are using that 32-bit processor or 64-bit processor. So any processor speed can be decided by the bit of the processor as well as the frequency used for the processor. For example, nowadays if the processor is using the frequency in terms of gigahertz, then their timing will be 1 by f. It means it will be having in nanosecond. So if it is having 32-bit of the processor, it means 32-bit of the data can be processed in nanosecond terms. So that is the reason nowadays the processor used is very faster compared to the early days processor. So still in GATE syllabus we have 8085 only, because the reason of this 8085 is one of the basic processor which is better, which is easy to understand. So once we will understand about this easiest processor, then it is easy to correlate or develop the high-end processor as like 8086, 8086, 80286, or any kind of Pentium series. So that is the reason this is one of the basic processor. Still it is used and still it is given in the GATE syllabus. So now we will concentrate on this 8085. So the next topic will be features of 8085.